Get you a bag and stun on them broke bitches. Number hustle in my blood. I grew around dope niggas who's the real that's doing time, cause they eating it like it's some spinach. I'm in it till I'm a winner. Say it costs to play a boss while you playing, you gotta spin it. Reach and never go like said before I die, I'll be a legend. So go on tell her I said it, never fear the damn soul. You bitches know I'm the underrated underdog, I'm colder than snow. Main ones hating on me, told me I'm up top, I'm up next, got all you haters mad. Only time I see you hoes is when you liking something bad. That let me know you watching, you keeping me like a plane, ain't no reaching me, I'm flying in the sky. I just caught me a flight and liquid AO in the shot. Had to say 2 lame niggas and jumped up in my ride. Coming through your hood and you know I'm looking pretty. I fuck with all the niggas, I ain't gotta ask a ditty. I'm a boss bitch and I'm all about my bag. Don't need a nigga for nothing, that's why I do them all bad. So I jiggled it, seen a nigga dick get hard, I went and wiggled it. Tease a nigga just for the fun. Did all that bragging and flexing, I thought I had a lick. Number hustle in my blood, I grew around dope niggas who the real that's doing time, cause they eating it like it's some spinach. I'm in it till I'm a winner. Say it costs to play a boss while you playing, you gotta spin it. Before I die, I'll be a legend, and your mama raised a pussy, so go on tell her. Never fear the damn soul, you bitches know how I'm stepping.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? Hey, y'all looking good today. And hello to all the lovers of love. And we would like to welcome you all to I Like Your Vibe Dating Talk Show. I'm your host, Bridget C. And today we have a great panel of guests who's ready to give their opinions on an exciting topic, love versus lust. Now, love versus lust can get tricky. It can get you in some serious situations, but we're gonna let our guests discuss that more.
You know what I'm saying? Lust is basically, it's a mental situation, you feel me? So it's all in your head when it comes down to lust. And actually, love is the antidote to lust. You know, if you got enough love for yourself, it'll always overpower lust, you feel me? So.
And today we have Dr. Keisha Pace from Fairfield, Alabama. Keisha is the owner of Elite Concierge Recovery Service, and Keisha is coming to the show today to give her expert advice on safe sex and love and lust therapy.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to talk about this. I feel like it's not talked about quite enough.
No.
So, y'all, I'm just gonna jump straight in, okay? So first of all, I want to talk to y'all just about safe sex practices. We're first going to talk about STDs versus STIs. STDs, which we most know as sexually transmitted diseases. Everybody know what that means. And then we have sexually transmitted infections, which is pretty much the same thing, except infections can be viewed as being cured, and diseases tend to wreak more havoc in your body and cause damage to body parts, right?
Yes.
I think that's pretty like straight through. And so we just want to learn how to protect ourselves from that, okay? A lot of people don't know that there are over 20, hear
20,
me?
that's 20 what?
Over 20 different STDs and STIs.
No. Did y'all know it was over 20 STDs?
Okay.
You
He
knew?
like, I know.
Good
Yeah,
grief.
good. He needs
Most
to know.
people only know about what AIDS, herpes, chlamydia, gonorrhea,
Syphilis, pubic lice, trichomonas, yeah. And those
but it's
are,
still some more after that.
there are, but I will tell you, those are the main ones to know about. So you have to think about the things that you're going to look for. Pay attention to your private areas, right? Because you need to know what it's doing. Does it have a foul odor? Is it putting out a discharge? Is it giving you a itchy, burning feeling? You know what I'm saying? You have to think about those things. And if you are feeling those, go to the doctor. Even though some things can be just diagnosed by looking at it, sometimes they need to do a swab. That's just where they take a Q-tip and just get some of that discharge and send it off and test it, which works, okay? And then you'll leave there with maybe 1 pill, 2 pills, at the most maybe 10, but you're going home with something that's going to get rid of what you got going on, right? Okay, so now let's move into how are we going to protect ourselves from getting these things, right?
Yes, please let us know what over 20 diseases going around.
Girl, right?
That's
Listen.
a lot.
So we will talk about condoms. Now, there is nothing that is 100% effective, right? But condoms are going to protect you for that penis to vaginal or penis to anal, like and oral. That'll protect you. But then think about, you still have skin to skin contact.
Yes.
So if there's herpes there are open sores or warts, you're still exposed to that. So y'all, when y'all get ready to do with somebody, look at it. Make sure you're looking at it, pay attention to what it's doing, what it got going on. And if it look weird, don't let them tell you that they was born with it, okay? Don't go with that.
They weren't born with it.
Not at all. And then the next thing you have is dental dams.
Okay.
Now think of saran wrap that you're just putting over the woman so that your mouth is not really on her, right?
Okay.
So that's gonna protect you.
Can
in
she
the
still
oral way.
feel pleasure?
She can still feel pleasure. It's all about pleasure now. We're not gonna forget that part.
Yeah, it is.
So, and then the next thing is spermicides. That's strictly gonna protect you from pregnancy, not from any STDs or STIs.
Okay, now with the condoms, you know, you have latex and skin. Can you tell some of the people the difference about it?
So there are a lot of people that have latex allergies, and then they can't use the latex condoms. What I recommend is polyurethane, which is a different substance used, and it's still just as effective. You also have like the lambskin condoms. Now, people are worried about getting pregnant
Yes,
and
'cause
still
you have the
getting
skin in
things
the
from those
pores.
different ones. But I tell people you have to apply latex condoms correctly because you have a risk with anything. If the man does not roll that condom down, but before he does that, squeeze that air out of the tip, it may pop on you. Sometimes they want to stay in just a little bit longer and then the condom come off. Then what happens? You're still exposed either way. So it's just about how vigilant you are in protecting yourself and the things that you're doing to protect yourself.
Okay.
And I do want to say, make sure that you are getting tested. If you are single and doing your thing, get tested every new partner you have, or if you're in a relationship every 3 to 6 months. And that's because even if you know what you're doing, you never know what the other person is doing.
Yes, lust
So
can get you in
always
trouble.
protect yourself, okay?
Can you give the people some places that they can go to? You know, everyone doesn't have insurance, and some people are nervous because they don't want their regular doctor to know what's been going on. Can you give them some places that they can go?
I absolutely
privacy?
can. Also, sometimes you don't want to wait for an appointment from your regular doctor. American Family Care, any of the locations, walk in, just say, here for STD testing. You don't even have to say it out loud. Sign in on a little form. If you don't want to do that, sign in, stomach, and whisper it to the girl. But it's literally non-judgment. You walk in, you do it. They'll come in, they'll say, hey, do you have any problems? Y'all, I just be like, no, I slept with somebody new. And she's like, okay, I'm glad you in here. Like, it's all about taking care of you. So American Family Care, of course the health department, but I know that the health department has a stigma related to it, but it's still a great place to receive health care. Go in there, and it's usually income-based or free. So that's another one. And the one down on 6th Avenue, that's the central location. That's a great place
On
to
the
go
south
as well.
side.
On the south side, 6th Avenue South.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we know you're the owner of Elite Recovery Concierge Services. Would you like to tell us about your service?
Of course, of course. So Elite Concierge Recovery Service is all about recovery in different components and aspects of your life. I have IV hydration, which is the now time. It's the time that I use to help the person reach optimal wellness through receiving micronutrients and vitamins through IVs, or just getting extra fluids when you know you haven't been drinking as much water as you should have. I do that. I also do post-op recovery, mostly with plastics and cosmetics. So more things like your tummy tucks, your BBLs, lipo on any part of your
It's
body.
real popular now, so they
It
really
is.
need your services.
And I travel. You go to Miami, I go to Miami. You go to Atlanta, I go to Atlanta. I tell people all the time that it's great to have someone that has a medical background to be there for you. Like, you know, we see things in the news all the time.
Yes.
And you just have to be very careful. And I also offer postpartum recovery services, because I always tell people when a woman has a baby, mom's looking at baby, dad's looking at baby, grandma's looking at baby, auntie looking at baby, but who's looking at mom?
Yes.
So I'm there to completely cater to mom and make sure that mom is having the best postpartum period. I always refer to it as her 4th trimester.
Okay.
So,
So how can the public reach you?
Oh, you can call 205-200-8048. Again, I'll tell you again, 205-200-8048. You can find me on Instagram at elite, ELITE _ concierge, CONCIERGE, recovery, RECOVERY. That's on Instagram, and of course, Elite Concierge Recovery Service on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing.
What?
What opinion or advice do you have for the public out there from a professional's perspective on love versus lust?
Okay, can I say professional and personal?
Yeah.
Boundaries.
You want to give your personal opinion?
Boundaries, girl. Boundaries. Set them. And I tell people, if people become angry with you for the boundaries that you set to protect you, that person does not respect you as a person. So you have to set the standard for what you're going to allow. And then you also have to set the standard for what you won't tolerate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So set those boundaries, protect you. Always, like the guest before me said, self-love. It's all about loving yourself. And you have to love yourself more than you love the next person. Because you are who you are with 24/7.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Dr. Keisha. We'll see you next week. Okay, so is it hard, you know, with the distance, even though Montgomery is not too far, it's still a distance, is that hard?
No, not really, because, you know, I think relationships need the space, need to be able to miss each other from time to time. And when somebody's so close to you, y'all always around each other. And you probably can get tired of that person real quick, real easily. Like, all my relationship has been close in the city and stuff like that. So this is the first distance relationship I've had. And it's I like it.
Okay. So when you first met her, like outside of social media, was you scared or was you nervous that she was going to be somebody different, like a catfish?
Not at all. Not at all. No.
Okay, so you weren't scared, like, ooh, when I see her, maybe she's going to be a little different?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't worried about that.
So how long
I was more impressed when I saw her in person.
she was
So,
better than she was
yeah. She was beautiful on social media, but she was amazing when I met her. Yeah.
As we were going through the applications, and pulled your application to the side, and we think we found you a match. We think y'all might be compatible for each other.
Okay, that sounds good.
Look, I'm walking through the valley of death with no sun on me. Faith in the Lord, but I still got this gun on me. I'm deep in darkness, but still seeing brighter days. Gotta make sure I don't slip. Life like an ice capade. Every step I take is calculated precisely. I see the victory, so losing is unlikely. We all in the trap, and baby, I'm trying to make it out. Been locked in this hole too long, homie, I'm breaking out. I cannot be stopped, so by any means, I'm doing whatever it takes to live out my dreams. Go right ahead and underrate me, but don't underestimate me. I'm far from ordinary, light years from being basic. I'm the reflection of God's face in the mirror. I'm the picture-perfect word that he spoke. You see it clearer? Every second is mine until the end of time. I bring light to the darkness, baby, because I shine. I'm a rare type of guy, you ain't heard of me. I murk a beat with body language, non-verbally. I'm therapeutic to my people like herbal tea, but I take you under like anesthetics and surgery. The king has arrived, put my crown on. All I see is numbers and commas, Dow Jones. I am energy, carbon, electricity, genetically, physically ready for infinity. I am, I was, and I will be. He is I am him, because he and me. You better get to know you, because ain't no being me. Look in the wonders of my soul, you will see a G. I see the story unfolding and it's near the end. I gotta face a lot of trials, but I still win. Look, the blood, sweat, and tears is tremendous. If we keep killing each other, who gonna defend us? The government is toxic, the world getting scary. It's like they want us all locked down, waiting on commissary. Yeah.
So, you know, today is a hot topic. It could get tricky. Love versus lust. Yeah, so you ready to talk about?
Yeah, I'm ready to talk about it.
Okay, well, give us some of your opinions on it, some scenarios, or, you know, how do you feel about love versus lust?
Okay, I feel like love versus lust is like a long shot, because love is like you got all different type of love, you know what I'm saying? You got one type of love, you know what I'm saying? You got filial love, which is brotherly love that we share, you know what I'm saying, with your homeboys and your homegirls or whatever. Then you got eros love, which is a sexual and a sensual love that I might share with one person, like I share with my wife. And then you got agape love that he got for all of us, you feel me? So versus lust is just a sexual desire. So it's basically a mental situation. So I feel like a lot of times people get love and lust mixed, because lust is basically, from my notes, a very strong, a very strong sexual desire. You know what I'm saying? Strong, having power to move in heavy weights or perform other physical demanding tasks. And the desire is a strong feeling of wanting or having something wishing for something to happen. So, you know what I'm saying? Lust is basically, it's a mental situation, you feel me? So it's all in your head when it comes down to lust. And actually, love is the antidote to lust. You know, if you got enough love for yourself, it'll always overpower lust, you feel me? So, and I think that a lot of times people get that eros love, because the eros love is a sexual and a sensual love. So, you know, it's all good to have a burning desire for somebody, as long as it falls up under that eros love category. And I think a lot of times when people have that sexual desire, they probably kind of, you know, could relate that lust with eros love. So, yeah, that's what I think going on. Like, you feel me? Yeah.
Lust can get dangerous. So, look, do you have any scenarios you want to tell us about?
Yeah, I got plenty of scenarios on lust. I mean, I done been in situations where you can have a legitimate love for somebody, right? And you can be building towards forming this thing called eros love. And sometimes you can let lust kind of barge its way in. For a scenario, okay, you can be chilling with this young lady that you met, and you can be planning on having a relationship with her or whatever, but in that time that you need to be getting to know that person, knowing what type of person they is, knowing how they, you know, knowing what type of mindset they may have, whether you want this person to raise your children or not, you can let lust overpower you, you feel me, and put you in a situation that you forced to make a different type of decision based on the decision you made.
So basically ignoring the red flags.
Yeah, not giving. Sometimes red flags is good because love is patient. So love cool with a red flag, but it's patient enough to work with a person with their red flags and see if is this red flag something that I'm willing to deal with for the rest of my life. Some red flags people be like cool, you know what I'm saying? Because you might have a red flag where you get mad quick, you talk too much, and then another one might have a red flag where she like to trick off and mess with other people. So I'm more appealed to deal with somebody that might just, you know what I'm saying, kind of have a quick temper than to deal with somebody that's got to have another nigga, you feel me? So it's all about, see, love kind, you know what I'm saying, love patient. You know, love is all about giving, you know what I'm saying? You know, like lust ain't waiting. You know what I'm saying? Lust ain't patient, it's a burning desire and you need to feel it quick or it's gonna jump to the next one, you feel me? So, yeah.
Lust has a time. It don't last forever. Okay. So do you have any opinions for the people? Any advice for the people?
Okay, the advice I got for people when it comes down to love, the first person that the most important person that you're gonna ever love is yourself. So when you got the right amount of love for yourself, you know what I'm saying, you can overpower lust every time, you feel me? And another thing I want people to understand about love, that God is love. You know what I'm saying? So without God, you feel me, don't let nobody trick you into saying they really love you, you know what I'm saying? Because this is where the flesh come through, like the looks, the nature, the burning desires. You got to deny yourself to overcome lust, but and you got to be willing to drown yourself out to be able to walk in love. So, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Carlethius. Hello to all the lovers of love, and welcome to I Like Your Vibe Dating Talk Show. And on this segment, we're matchmaking two people together. We're bringing two individuals together to see if they can match each other's vibe. So, you want to tell us today what you're looking for in a guy?
Yes, I want a guy that's, you know, that will love me, all of me, flaws and all. Just you know, just as well as, you know, allow me to do the same.
Okay, now, since we feel like we found you a match, today we're bringing him on the show, and we're going to give you all a candlelight dinner to see if y'all can match each other's vibe. And then at the end, y'all can let us know if it's a yay or if it's a nay.
Pretty much just look for someone that, you know, first spend time with, you know, someone, you know, a friend first, you know, then, you know, maybe some, yeah, and then you sit down and talk, you know, we'll go out on, you know, to the movies, to the park or whatever, you know, stuff like that, but looking, see where they kick off from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we did the compatibility test, and we think we found you someone. Okay, you ready to meet her?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. And today, since you all are meeting, we have a nice candlelight dinner set up for you all so you can all see if y'all have a vibe.
Casey and Mia, I really hope they hit it off. What you think?
Yes, I hope so too. Because I believe in true love.
I do too. I miss it, but I believe in it.
Yeah, I mean, this my first time going here. Ain't no like everybody like setting me up.
Lighting those candles down.
Yeah,
I wanted to try to go with Disney.
yeah. I ain't never been there.
Because I want to go to Crab Island.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't never been there. That's I ain't been to Miami. I ain't been to Disney. I ain't been down there yet. Yeah, I ain't been there yet. How long y'all been separated?
A year.
Yeah. So what he ain't trying to come back?
He tried to call now because, well, I used to reduce. I mean, cause I had like, whatever I do, I had your back.
Yeah,
Regardless of whatever I do, whatever.
yeah,
He just interviewed somebody. That's all. Anybody would get.
yeah, yeah. I feel you. Me and we've been separated now. I've been having my children since 17. We separated 16, and I got my children 17. And then
So you still married or
no, we ain't never been. We were fixing to. It never did happen. You know what I'm saying? It never happened. You know, it never happened.
Casey, got y'all some fruit and salad.
No pressure, but I really want you. Take it from the bed to the floor. Let me curl up your toe. Make you feel it deep down in your soul. Do you hear me, boo?
Can't do it like me. Bet you can't do it like me. He can't do it like me. Yeah. We've been cool for a while. We've been cool. Tonight I'm kinda, and I wanna let your body down. I wanna make you die. So stop.
So we're back with Mia and Casey, and we want to know, did they catch a vibe? Let's find out. We want to know, y'all. Let's see. Hey, did you catch a vibe?
Yes, I did.
Why did you think you catch the vibe?
He's the type of man I like.
Okay, Casey. So tell us your input.
Yeah, I caught him. Yeah, it's a yes.
It's a yes? Okay. So do you all think y'all will see each other again after this? Hey, yay! Okay, so we're doing something good for love in the city. Thank you all for watching I Like Your Vibe Dating Talk Show. And for the weekly love forecast, let's bring to the stage DeWanna Peterson. Hey, DeWanna. You were good again today. You ready to give these folks their love and sex forecast?
Yes,
for
how
the week?
everybody doing today? Let's see what we got going on with y'all today as far as love. I'm not gonna get in nobody's business today, unless you want me to. Let's see. But I almost got hey, we got two of them. Oh, this for my air signs. Oh, you looking, but you looking at all the wrong places. You looking for love, but you looking at all the wrong places. With this star card, you are really looking towards people that's not being mean, but they not good enough. You know, and this person is gonna leave you with doubt and despair. You're gonna start to doubt yourself because they're not good enough for you, but you definitely looking in all the wrong places. This says fear and doubts as well. Fruitless overthinking. You constantly thinking about something that's not gonna bring you nothing. So in the love department, you are looking in the wrong place. And a lot of people been talking about, they came up here today is talking about self-love, and that's what this points to. You got to love yourself first. My air signs, this is not the week to look for love. This is the week to love yourself. Let's see what's for my fire signs. This says ending cycle. So that's clear confirmation that if you was thinking about breaking it off, go ahead and do that. So for you guys as well, this is definitely not that week to look for love. It has ended and finished, for better or worse. That's that second confirmation on leaving that situation that you've been holding on to very tight. Like you probably been the one putting in the most work. And this not generally for just those signs. This is just for whoever it possibly could resonate to. Some people get this confused with giving your all to somebody, being submissive, but once they start to treat you like property, it's definitely time to go. So somebody dealing with somebody that really don't respect them as a person, and it's time for it to end. I'm gonna leave them two out right there because that's important. It's a lot of situations that you holding on to too tight that you got to let go in the love department. It's all about self-love, y'all. You got to love yourself first, because whatever you transmit out, that's what you get back. And some people, we teach people to put us last by putting them first. You can't do that. You gotta change that. If you do that, you gotta change that. This says demotivation. This person does not motivate you at all, and y'all probably fight a lot too, whether it's mentally or physically. But I see arguments. This is not the week to look for love, y'all. I'm so sorry. For all my signs, this is not the week to look for love. This is your week. Take a break from everybody. Let's see. I'm gonna put these back and see if we can get any confirmations. But this is not our lucky week in love for any of our signs, y'all. And that's weird to kind of see that don't nobody need to be fucking with nobody. Everybody need to be fucking with themselves extra hard this week. I see blockages and burden. Yeah, and this is walking away, taking what you got and walking away from it. It's time to leave a lot of these situations. And 10 is also a number of completion. So sometimes things just run its course, it's just over with. Let's see. What message I can leave you guys with on love this week besides not looking for it. Not looking for it. And y'all saw that flip out on its own. This clearly lets you know this is not the week to look for it. This is the week to release yourself from bondage, to realize that you do have choices, you do have options. Oh, I'm gonna let them fall out. says you are only limited by what you believe is possible. So you have to, that's why you have to take this week, realize the choices that you have, and put yourself first. Stop making yourself an option. You can't compete where you don't compare, basically. Let's see, we got any more messages. Isolation. So definitely that's it. Isolation. This is your alone week, y'all. If you find yourself like, oh my God, I'm so bored, you bored for a reason. It's sometimes you have to go inner to see what's going on to make it better outward. I do have some of my bracelets up here if y'all want to take a look at them after taping. A lot of them, what I have left, the tiger's eye is all about communication, effective communicating, because that's what a lot of us need. We have to be able to tell ourselves no. Sometimes we have to be able to tell other people no. It says deceitful and unreliable. Somebody is in a relationship with somebody that they know is a liar, but because you're afraid to be alone, you're gonna keep allowing it, and that's not cool. Let's see. Yeah. And this clearly shows somebody walking away, so you know it's time to go. It's time to leave a certain situation that's burdening you and that's weighing you down.
Up, make his ass show you off or throw them deuces up. Took me a shot of some Douce. I had to loosen up. Family be so fake with the love. That should be crucial, huh? Soon as a nigga get on, they start to switch it up.
Hey, Indy, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
You did an amazing performance. Didn't she do an amazing performance, everybody? Yes. Okay, so you want to talk about love versus lust? You want to tell us some stuff? What's your opinion on it?
I do. I agree with Dr. Keisha when she said it's important to have that self-love and what you know, because I feel that love versus lust is really about catching the red flags before it gets to that. Because, for example, we have family that show us lust on a daily. If she said lust is talking bad, talking down, that, you know what I'm saying, that red flag present itself before you carry it to your relationship, because you feel like if family or friends can do it, we allow other people, as far as our partners or however, to get away with it. So I felt like it's about those red flags, you know what I'm saying? It's about the similarities, having to compare this to that, because lust is used in all ways with all people, not just sexually in relationships. The word lust is, I feel it's the red flags, just catching it, because we're thinking like you're not getting anywhere, period, when in relationships if you're allowing them to do the same thing that, you know what I'm saying? But because you fucking me good, it's, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not that. It's about those red flags, I feel.
Yes, that's a good point. You got some situations you want to tell us about?
I'm still young. I'm learning, but I have aunties, and you know what I'm saying? I'm 25.
Okay.
So I have, I'm still learning me, but I know what I'm going to allow and not allow, allow in my life, because you have to know your worth. Like, you are the prized possession. Like I said, just because you're fucking me, but you know what I'm saying, it doesn't make less any difference. You know what I'm saying? So for me to even let you get to me, as far as, fuck me or however, you have had to already complete the test with the red, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I caught your red flags before then, it wouldn't get there, You didn't
already pass through the process.
Exactly. You didn't, you failed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said it's important about loving yourself, what you allow someone or allowed to do, or how far you would go with it. That's why I said it all went back to the self-love, because, you know what I'm saying? If I love me, I know what you can't do, what you can do around me. What you're not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? You can't butter me up, you can't tell me, you know what I'm saying?
When you love
I'm
yourself,
reading you, I can peep you.
Better.
Exactly.
And people have to treat you better.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. So you want to? First of all, how long have you been an artist?
I've been an artist for 4 years.
Okay. What made you start rapping?
Just, I don't know. I had family that was going to the studio. I always kind of played around on beats and stuff.
Okay.
growing up, but just having family, being around my family and friends.
So you know how to make beats too?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm not a producer.
Okay, so can you tell the people how they can contact you, how they can book you?
You can reach me on Facebook, India, INDIAH Dior. On Instagram, you can reach me at India Dior, and my email for bookings is INDIEC22@gmail.com.
Okay, well, thank you, Indy. It was
Thank
great having you on the show today. You did a real good job.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you all again. We had a great episode on I Like Your Vibe dating show. We'll see you all next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. But before we leave, we have to say thank you to our sponsors, because without them, it wouldn't be no us. First, we'd like to thank Ashley So Classy Ronnie on Facebook, the owner of Key Cake Boutique. Our second sponsor, Kelly Kale's Tootie with the T. Thank you. And our third sponsor, Brittany Cumby Just Kicking Shoes. And thank y'all for tuning in again. We'll see you all next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on I Like Your Vibe dating show. Thank you all.
Shit be crazy out here in this world. I swear you gotta keep a level head to maintain out this bitch. You can't crash. Times get hard, but we gotta keep it going. You can't stop here. Not even at halftime yet. Long little Bill, long little Sal. Shit crazy. The sun been shining lately. I pray I make this up. The hood niggas and thug love. I gotta shake 'em on myself to keep my head in the game. That's how I wake up. Reflection in the mirror be scary. That smile I fake smile. Whole hood dependent on me. I gotta lace it. I really never had true love. These niggas facing. Really never had true love. I'm trying to chase it. And my bitch is really lit in the club. Don't need no chasers.
We did a casting call to see if we can match two people together. And the casting call was, the few casting calls that we had were a little rough. It was hard to find men in the city that wanted to come on the show and get matched with somebody. So, here at I Like Your Vibe, dating reality TV show, if you know someone, or even you yourself, want to go on a date and get matched with someone and see if you can feel each other's vibe, inbox us, me, Bridget Cunningham, Jason Ship, or Crystal Ayers, to let us know that you would like to go on a date.
True love.